Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Up next, it's our main event between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. A new season is officially underway. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that's good for a new set of downs.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Play fake here. Daniels. He's got Jalen Lane. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
32-yard line.
Deputy! Cowboy 80! Ready!
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready! Cowboy 70, 18, Pioneer! 65, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. And this one is knocked away from the intended target. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Come, let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 7 Pirate, 7 Pirate. 19 Lion. Hey, smash Broncos.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to be set up with first and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Liking this team.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the pocket, and they take this in for the score. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. So before we get an attempt, there's contact up front. Will it make this field goal easier or harder? All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
Makes the score. Commanders 7, Vikings nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On play action now, McCarthy. He's got it at the 30. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. They get 27 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This one's caught. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. There's a dive up the middle. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Let's go.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19, 60, trap 60, trap 60. Go, Reed, go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now give left side. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Come on, come on. Set. Viking 18, go.
Caught quick right side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Looking quickly here.
That's good for a Commanders 1st down.
Daniels on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, Daniels. Hits his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders pull out in front for their 13-zip. Nevis with a point after. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 14. Vikings 0.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, you really create some indecision now defensively.
From the shotgun, McCarthy hits him on the out route. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
The Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds his back complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. So first down from the 41. They're going to throw out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Another throw here for McCarthy. Forced out to his right. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
So it's going to be a 2nd and about 4 on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, McCarthy to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They're down at 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. Throwing again now, McCarthy. Back to one of his favorite targets this drive, but incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
So the Vikings sending out the field goal team here. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that gets him back to within 11.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. And that return ends, but they are very happy about it. Offense taking over all the way down to the opposition's 45.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now.
He's still going at the 30. Running in the red zone. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders both racing them to the halftime locker room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Minnesota in the formation. It's first and 10. Off the play fake. It's McCarthy. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. Hits the 20. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings make it an 11-point ball game.
Commanders 21, Vikings 10.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. This return starts at the 5. And they get to him before it can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
At their own 17-yard
Hold the ready.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Hits it through the middle. Nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. All set to go now from the 35.
19 tight, 19 still. Warriors, that's good.
Daniels now on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jalen Lane, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be second down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
69, 79 Broncos.
Second down and 10. Daniels. Got his target. That's Lane. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Cox, this is Lane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Washington calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Play action now, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Offensive line fast.
A loss of 5 brings up second and 15 at the 45-yard line.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Panther streak, Panther streak.
Throwing now, Daniels. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. First call here coming from the shotgun. A give now from the gun. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. McCarthy to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, it's tipped! It's tipped! Interception! And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
All set to go now from the 35. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled for a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Cowboy 80. Come 19. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Ready. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18. Pioneer. Mustang 19. Check. Hurt. Hurt.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Across the 20, continuing to work. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that's separation.
And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Point after by Mevis is good. And the Commanders push their lead to 18.
Commanders 28, Vikings 10.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has found well for him today.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass is hauled in by the running back. They're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. McCarthy fires out wide. Complete. And this one does not go far.
Pass complete to Justin Jefferson. A gain of 2.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the second down.
42-yard line.
Here we go. 19, 18. Let's go.
Running it now out of the gun. He still has room inside the 30. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings shrinking the lead some in the third. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Good strike downfield to Lane. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Lays out left side and gets it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go. Ready.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throw here, third down. Throwing the out route complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Man. Bronco 80. Gravity Lions.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
19, Tiger, 19.
From the gun, it's Daniels. It's his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Leave us now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 18.
Commanders 35, Vikings 17.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He goes out of bounds on the return.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is our last play of the quarter. Here's McCarthy on first and 10. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Vikings are going to have a first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll run here on first down. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he is down to the 30-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Here we go. 60 Bisons.
McCarthy looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19.
Again, McCarthy to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
First down. First and goal, Minnesota.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings make it an 11-point ball game.
Commanders 35, Vikings 24.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
2, 7. Ready.
Daniels back to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Chased out to his right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Vikings have some new life in the fourth. First and 10 now from the 46. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Trying to push deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
But he can't reach the end zone. That would have trimmed the lead to a field goal. Instead, they trail by 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready up.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now.
Blown back gets the handoff. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Ready?
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. And the Vikings have some new life in the fourth.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 3-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Hand off to the back. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Here's another for him. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. Washington calls it second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Vikings have taken the lead late. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, Yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Motioning the tight end now. Motioning the tight end left. Setting up to pass. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now.
And makes the score Vikings 38, Commanders 35.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return coming from the 6. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
Their own 22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. 18, Pioneer. Viking, 18. Buffalo, 18. Steady.
Here he is to throw. Pulled in by Lane. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Ready, go.
We'll look to throw it. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43.
That's good for a Washington
70
first
Ranger,
down.
70 Ranger.
1st and 10 at
Warriors,
the
70,
43-yard
19
line.
tight. 19. Ready.
Back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Still going to touch him down after a short pickup.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Caught by his back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Y'all can't talk about basic. We might as well Power Ranger. But also dangerous. Y'all talk about
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
60. Get it. 6, hop, 70, hop.
To throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. With Brock Hewitt and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott.